What's going on, guys? It's Dave from Crowded Clouds, and today we're going to review the Dovpo E Lvt. It's a variable voltage, variable wattage device, and I'm going to start out by telling you that anybody familiar with the Inikin series iTaste is going to recognize its 3-click on, 3-click off functionality. I'm going to click it 3 more times to turn it back on, and to switch between voltage and wattage. For volts, you're going to hold the positive button and then the power button until it's displayed on the screen. From there, I can go from 3 all the way up to 15. It's on a cycle, so if you go to 15 and don't want to click all the way back down, you can click it an additional time and it'll reset for you. I think that's great. Now to switch to volts, you hold the negative button and then the power button until it's displayed. From there, you can switch between 6 and 3. I'm going to switch this back over to watts because that's where I like to vape. The next thing that you're going to notice about this is it's a square, and you probably noticed that I'm standing in the middle of the forest. And I'm going to tell you that's because I don't know, anything about Dovpo, but I imagine that when they had this in mind, they made it for Bear Grylls. Like, you could hammer a nail with this thing. It's completely durable, and I've got an iClear 30 on it right now, mainly because it's the most rugged tank that I could find. You buy this, you're a construction worker. You buy this, you do flooring. You do anything that's high traffic or, a workman's job. This is the mod for you. You can take this and you can abuse it. It's been dunked in water, it's been hit by a car. I've thrown it across my yard multiple times and it still continues to vape. So if you're still watching, chances are you want to know what makes this thing so durable. Yeah, you saw me beat it on a tree a little bit and you saw it fall to the ground from, waist level. But the thing about this is it's fully waterproof. I mean, you wouldn't do that with your $200 Pravari, would you? I mean, if you do, you probably have a lot more money than I do. Thing is, for 90 bucks, the waterproof thing, yeah, it's waterproof. Why did I pick it up so quickly, some of you were going to ask? It's probably not the best idea for it to be sitting in the water, but when it just splashes into the water, it's not going to hurt it, because if you say you're fishing or you're working in concrete, you still care about it, you're going to pick it up, you know what I mean? And screw your tank back on. Most of you will probably dry it off, but right now, I really can't find myself carrying all that much. And then you're gonna vape on it. It's the Dovpo.
Alright everybody,
E Lvt.
We are here in the up close to review the Dovpo E Lvt mod. Now, you've seen earlier how rugged this is and how durable it is, but now I'm going to take you through all of its neat technical specs. So, you're going to see it has a nice LCD screen right here. It has the familiar iTaste 3-click on and 3-click off. Let's turn it back on. And this is a variable voltage, variable wattage device. Right now I have it set in watts, and you can go all the way from 3 to 15 watts. Now, if you hit the power button and the negative button at the same time, you go from watts to volts. And in volts, you can go all the way down to 3 and all the way up to 6. Let's take it back to watts, because that's where I like to be usually. And to do that, all you have to do is hit the plus and power button at the same time. Now, you may have noticed this little flashlight symbol, and that is pretty neat, my friends. If you hold down the negative button for 3 seconds, a flashlight turns on, located on the bottom, and it is super duper bright. Hold it for another 3 seconds, and the flashlight turns back off. Now, this thing, as you saw, is waterproof to a degree, but we'll go over that in a little bit.
We're still rolling.
All right, everybody.
We're gonna have a shaky camera angle for just a second, and
Minor
Josh is
technical
gonna continue talking. Suck it. Did that really just happen? You're good.
Now, as you saw before, this is rugged and primarily waterproof, dustproof, shockproof, and you even have a spot to charge your phone. This USB port is an output. There's an on and off switch right here. And there's an input for charging the 18650 battery inside, and I'll show you how to replace that in just a moment. Now, when you have a USB cable plugged into your output, all you have to do is turn the output switch on, and 3 bars will appear on your LED screen to notify you that your power bank is active. Go back over and turn that off. Let's seal this back part again. And all you gotta do is push that all back into place, make sure it's nice and sealed tight so no water can get in. And this has the same beauty ring as the iTaste SVD. Very classy, keeps all your 22mm atomizers fairly seated well. And on the inside you'll see it has a 510 threaded connection and also an ego threading for your skirted atomizers. Now, on the bottom, you may have noticed, there's a little Allen key. And that is where this panel comes off, and you can replace your 18650 battery when it finally won't charge any longer through the input port. So, we take our Allen key, undo this screw. It's a teeny tiny little screw, so be careful not to lose it. And then just pop that back plate off, and there's your battery right there. And then you just slide that panel back in, put your little Allen screw back into place, tighten it up, and she is waterproof yet again. Now, the great thing about this device and what makes it so rugged is the construction of it. This is a silicone rubber designed by Firestone, and it is a metal body, an actual zinc alloy body to be exact, and it is tough. Alright guys, we're going to take this back to the couch, we're going to vape on it, tell you what we think about it. Let's do it. Alright guys, and we're back on the couch with the E Lvt by Dovpo. And let me just tell you guys, this thing is absolutely what Dave said it was. It is a rock. It is a monster, and it is indestructible. It's almost like it's a zombie. It just won't die.
I've got one complaint in its entirety, and if you watch the earlier portion of the video and you actually pay attention, and you hear that it's been submerged in water multiple times and hit by a car twice and everything but struck by lightning, and it survived, my complaint isn't going to be all that valid to you. You're going to be like, okay, but we'll get back to that. I'm just going to let him say what else he thinks about it.
And it just looks good. It just looks beefy.
It looks like something that you would find in a toolbox.
Yeah, it does. And if somebody saw you carrying this around, they'd be like, whoa, where did you get that?
We actually had a gentleman stop us and ask us what it was, because he had seen vapes before, but he hadn't seen something like that. Thought it was cool.
And when you get that chance to be like, yeah, I got one of these, you want to know where to get one? We actually got this from Rick down at Vapor Alley, and that's where we are right now. We're down at Vapor Alley, and right now this retails for $90. And let me tell you guys, it is worth every single penny.
Every penny. Even a $10 tip.
Absolutely. Just round it up to 100 and just go and get this.
Say thank you and leave and be happy forever. This thing, and I'm trying to tell you, if you live to be 99 plus 12, this will stand by your side. I'm trying to tell you, buddy, this thing is tough.